Hi all, this is Tony Tanzi with Optiv. I am a partner architect focusing on Palo Alto Networks. And in this edition of the Palo Alto Tech Tip, I'd like to talk about one of the new services that Palo Alto offers, which is the Palo Alto Logging Service. So let's talk a little bit about this. Let's talk about, first of all, what is it? What are the key benefits around the Palo Alto Logging Service? A little bit about how it ties into the application framework, and we'll actually do an entire tech tip video around the application framework. That'll be coming soon. And how do we get started using the logging service? So what is it? So Palo Alto has provided this new logging service, and it is a cloud-based offering to allow us to send the logs from our next generation firewalls and or the Global Protect Cloud service, if we are participating in that, to this logging service. So instead of having log collectors on-premise at a data center somewhere, we can log directly to this cloud-based offering. So the cloud-based nature of this logging service allows the customers to collect ever-expanding rates of data without needing to plan for the local compute and the storage. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So some of the key benefits here: leverages powerful elastic cloud-based computing to provide analytics and insights on large amounts of data. And part of this is how it ties into the application framework, and we'll talk about that in a few slides. Simplifies operations by eliminating activities required to operationalize logging capacity. So talking about things like being able to scale logging without having to plan out purchasing additional log collectors, getting the space for them, making sure we have the right power, and everything involved with standing up a new piece of hardware in our data center. And it increases the agility by allowing you to become more responsive to the changing business needs, being able to grow this logging as needed and very quickly, again, without having to produce log collectors in a data center somewhere and waiting to buy that hardware and get it shipped. So on that point, things like assessing space, power, networking, HA, all those needs for a logging infrastructure requires time and effort, and the agility of deploying those logging appliances on the speed and shipping of installation and configuration of the hardware. You then also have the ongoing maintenance and monitoring of that infrastructure. So there's a continuous investment in time to maintain this logging infrastructure. The logging service is ready to scale from the time you start using it. No more waiting for hardware to ship. No more time spent planning for space or power or high availability. And Palo Alto will take care of the infrastructure needs, including storage and compute, to provide you with the analytics and insights that you can use. So if you already have an on-premise log collectors, the new logging service can easily complement them for future scalability. So a little quick overview here. We see that we have mobile users, our branch users, they all talk to the Global Protect Cloud service. We have our headquarters firewall, some firewalls in our data center with a log collector there, and we have Panorama. So again, we can have the Global Protect Cloud service talk to the logging service, our headquarters firewall talk to the logging service, and then still use our log collector, but then be able to scale future logging to use the logging service. So tying to the app framework. So this logging service is really the cornerstone of the Palo Alto Networks application framework. And that framework provides an ecosystem of security applications that third parties can write to and apply advanced analytics in concert with Palo Alto's enforcement points to prevent the most advanced attacks. So utilizing this logging service as kind of a data warehouse for the application framework. And there are a number of third-party partners that are writing to this application framework. So they're writing applications, and they'll be using this logging service as a feed to their analytics. And Palo Alto using their own applications like Autofocus, MindMeld, Expedition, and LightCyber. LightCyber will actually become more or less a sentry that will soon be on the firewall itself. Those also can tie into the application framework. So how do you get started using the logging service? You buy the logging service capacity as per your current logging plans. If your requirements change in the future, you can always modify that plan to fit your changing needs. And then the ability to procure and deploy the logging service quickly allows you to become more responsive. So today you may have a specific requirement around the amount of logging that you need. But maybe in the future you open up a few more data centers, you acquire another company, now all of a sudden you need a lot more logging capacity. So this logging service allows you to grow and move very quickly, again, without having to deploy that logging hardware. So to hear more about the Palo Alto logging service, please reach out to your Optiv account manager or CSA. If you are not yet an Optiv customer, you can contact us at the URL below. In our vision statement here at Optiv, create client confidence by providing high-value expertise to help security executives define and achieve success while illuminating the road ahead. Thank you for taking the time and viewing this Palo Alto Tech Tip. Again, my name is Tony Tanzi, Partner Architect, working for Optiv. And please reach out to Optiv for all your cybersecurity needs. Thank you, and have a great day.